Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Friday. Happy Friday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going much better than yesterday. So yesterday was my knowing when the time to give up and be done. And you know what? I feel like some would say, oh, that was a fail day. Fail day. No, it wasn't a fail day. You know what was good about it? Is that I recognized, you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll do that another day. Let's just get through what we have to get through, and that's it. So that is what I did yesterday. And it was good because I had to run out, pick up some medicine, and then do some other running, which goes with life, and then get home. And then it was like we had dinner. It was so good. Yesterday was like, I thought dinner was delicious. Like we had our, I wish I'd take a picture, mashed potatoes with the peas, with the gravy, the peas. We had cottage cheese with sunflower seeds. We had a nice salad, and we had our everything braided bread as well. I was like, wow, that plate looks like, that looks like an Instagram worthy post, but I don't do Instagram. So, but it sure was delicious. And even the kids, it was good to see, Jensen was the first one to get in, so it was good to see him like want another plate of it. And Stephen ate a little bit. He's kind of at the peak of the sickness, so he just didn't want much, but he did eat. And so yeah, it was good. It was really good. I was like, ah, such good food. Good enough that there was nothing left over. So I'm like, that was a good day. And so I did that. We ate and cleaned up, and I went to bed. I think I was in bed by 7:30. Something like that. I don't even know. 7:30, and I slept until my phone, I had my phone on, and I had like raindrop sounds to like, you know, not hear anything because, you know, kids and life, and I can hear. So I had that going, and I woke up this morning, it was completely dead. So I went to plug it in, but it didn't get plugged in. So it just shut off, and I was like, that's okay. I got up, and it was 7 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good today. So I'm glad. I'm so glad I slept in. So glad. I feel a whole lot better. So got myself ready, had some time with the Lord, and I'm like, okay, what do I do today? Do I do Gather Your Fragment Food Friday? Do I do the treats I wanted to do? So I feel like I need to do the treats that I wanted to do. And I thought I did that. So I did the, Stephen was up, and so I gave him his medicine. I'm like, here you go. Let me get a drink of water, lay back down. And I'm coming out here, and I'm like, I'm going to start on my day. So today is going to be finally those treats for the freezer that I've been talking about making yesterday and didn't do any of it. I'm going to do it today. So I thought I have to run out again because life is running this afternoon, but I'm gonna get a lot done this morning. So we're just gonna start on all the wonderful treats. I got out all my little canisters of baked food, baking items right here. Got my chocolate chips down here. And then over here, I've got my eggs and stuff. So I got my mixer out. We're gonna start mixing. I'm like, which one do I start first? I think I'm gonna start with something that goes in the oven, because when you're doing cookies, because I like doing bar cookies or something that doesn't take a lot of like, you know, a lot of work, like just like the bar cookies are great. I think I gave up doing individual cookies when I had little ones because that takes time. That takes so much time. So I would just resort to bar cookies because you throw them in a pan, you throw them in the oven, and you're done. So that I just got into the habit of doing that. So I'm going to go back. I told you I'm reverting back to some things and making the normal individual cookies because that's good to do. But if you have to do, if you want to save time, or you mamas that are in the thick of raising your little ones and cookies are just like, what? You make homemade cookies? Put them in a bar pan, like a 9x13 pan or like a jelly style roll pan, and make them that way. You know why? Because then you don't have to do all the individual flipping, the individual making. It just makes life a whole lot easier. So that's my little tip for saving you some sanity. But for myself, I don't need to save too much sanity right now. So what I'm gonna do is make a bunch of monster cookies. Monster cookies are wonderful. We like them. They'll take time in the oven. So while they're in the oven, I can mix up other things that I don't need the oven for. So I'm gonna stick the recipe on the screen for you. We're just gonna get into adding everything into our mixer. You guys ready? All right, let's go. Okay, my battery died, so I don't know if you saw me add all that or not. So this is all mixed in here, which is good. Turn my phone on here so I can see. I use chunky peanut butter because I have a container that it was part of like our discount store purchases over the last little while. And we haven't been eating as much chunky as we have regular. So I bought all brand new peanut butter, the small containers. Those are getting eaten, so I'm like, I'm gonna use that up so it doesn't go bad. That's your key for things. So now you add those first ingredients in here, then you add your oatmeal, baking soda, chocolate chips, and I'm gonna add a little bit of flour because I like them thicker. You don't have to, but you can. So I have to ask a question because on my shopping video, I love it. When I go shopping, you guys see things I don't like, the lactate, cottage cheese. I had completely laughed because I'm filming with your camera, my camera, and when you're doing that, you just don't see everything because you're paying attention to the camera and everything else, and I'm like, someone's gonna see it. So thank you for all of you that showed me a screenshot of where the cottage cheese is. I can't wait to go back and get it now. And then I have a question because baking soda, I got it in this box right here, and then some of you said to go to the laundry aisle. I don't want a huge bag. I want something like, you know how you have baking soda in a container, it's hard? Baking soda, same way. Is that, I don't know, I kind of looked on Amazon, I didn't see like a baking soda container, more like just a little plastic container. I'm like thinking, I'm like, this would be good like my salt and pepper shaker where it's like on top of each other, we can just scoop in, but you guys are way more knowledgeable than I am, and there's a lot of you viewing. So what is a good container for baking soda? Like this will just be in my cupboard open like this, and I feel like, I don't know, I know it shouldn't, should it be open? I don't know. Like I don't think you should have it open. You can open it in your refrigerator, but I'm sure that makes it go bad. So let me know a better container. I'm sure it's just a container, right? A plastic container with a lid. I just feel like there's gotta be an easier one. If not, probably just get a container with a lid, Amy. That's the way to do it, right? Let me know, specific baking soda container. All right, so in here, I'm gonna add baking soda. I like to add mine and then mix this up so it gets mixed in there real good. Make sure you add just enough. I'll do that with a little bit of flour. I only add about 1/3 cup of flour, not very much. It just makes it a little bit thicker. You don't have to, it definitely is good without it. It just makes them more like oatmeal-y, where this is more thicker. So let's mix this, then we'll add all our oatmeal. So then for the cookies, can you see me there? Sorry, I first started filming, I love it. One of my viewers, she was awesome. She wanted to remain anonymous, but when I first started filming, she was like, I think she went to college for filming, or she just enjoyed doing it. So she would tell me, and I told her this was fine to do, she would watch my videos and she would give me like tips to improve how to film. So because I never looked out to do it like all professional, and I still am not professional at all, but just to improve some quality. So she would give me tips. So she'd watch like my videos for the week and she'd kind of do snapshots and things to fix. So one of the things I would always do is I would chop my head off like this and just talk and not even think anything of it, because I just don't think like that. So she would say, and I still do it once in a while, but she'll say, don't chop your head off. So don't chop your head off when you're filming. She did so good. Thank you. Your name starts with an S. I appreciate you. Okay, so now for your baking, I have in the recipe, it says baking chips. You used to be able to get some at, when I would go to the Mennonite store, they have an actual mixture that says baking chips. So, but I don't have it here. So basically, you're gonna mix in your own. They would do theirs, they would have chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, and white chocolate chips. And that was just good, but or M&Ms, not an M&Ms. I was just saying, what was an M&Ms, white chocolate chip, butterscotch, and regular chocolate chips. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see, we're gonna put, I have these Reese's pieces. I got these butterscotch, and then I've got mini morsels. I grabbed these versus the Aldi ones, because I thought I got these at the discount store. And the date I figured would go bad first. And I looked on the back, these are like May 2024. The other ones are like September or November 2024. So even though that's stocked in there, that's fine to use, but I will use these first. So that's how you do your food, because I did a stock up, and a lot of people say, well, you never have to go shopping. Well, I don't if I want to eat that daily and live off all my reserves, but those are more of my stock up. So when I can't go, or you know, who knows what'll happen, that if I didn't get to the store, that would be what I'd use. So that's how I do my shopping. I'll still continue to go and do discount store because it's kind of silly not to, because they're so cheap out there, but that will work out. But in the case that I can't go or something happens, I still have reserves. That's kind of the point of having reserves in your pantry. So perfect, look at that. So that's got the Reese's, butterscotch, and chocolate chips. I'm probably gonna we might add the rest of these. Let's see how much this is in here. That's perfect. I always add more and I forget. At the bottom there's usually a ton and I'm like, I shouldn't have added so many chocolate chips. I will be using these for other things. So, oh, I didn't realize this one was open. Okay, let me throw this away here and we'll make cookies. Perfect. Wash my hands. All right, so yeah, get my stuff. I had to laugh. I'm like, I get my cookie sheets out. A good cookie sheet, like I'm sure there's a million other better ones out there, but for an affordable kind, get the Air Bake cookie sheets. Walmart sells them. I think my Dollar Tree sells them, and they're 2 layers. So they've got the back, the front, the top, and then it's like air in between. This helps your cookies not get burned. Like I used to for years buy the cheapy whatever pans, but then the cookies sit on and they always burn. So get the Air Bake. You got that little layer of air in them. It works good. If you don't, you just put them on the top rack so they don't burn on the bottom. So let's put these on the pan and get them in the oven. It's 350 for 10 minutes. Let me give you a little tip when scooping out those cookie dough. Not the no bake, I'm sorry, these are Monster cookies. The Monster cookies, when you make them, a lot of the chips go to the bottom of the bowl. So your first ones, they have chocolate chips and stuff in them, but not as many as the last ones usually have a ton at the bottom. So learning to scoop down versus like just the top part of it to get all those delicious in there. So each cookie has a fair amount of chocolate chips, because that's a good thing. Got those in, got this going. I'm gonna go over here and put down, because I have that table full of cookies today. So I'm gonna clear it off because it's my sick haven. I've got vitamin C, hand cleaner, Lysol wipes all over there. I'm gonna clean it off. It's just my storage, and then put this over there, lay it out so I can do, that's where I'll put my cookies when they're done. Okay, so while that's going in the oven, I'm gonna start on my next one. I'm gonna do energy bites. This everybody makes everywhere. You don't have to make it into balls. You don't have to do anything. I do like it into balls because I like to freeze it. And then the kids want one, they can just go in the freezer and take it out. So I got this unsweetened shredded coconut, I think $1.99 here, at the discount store, because that's a good place to find these expensive purchases. I'm gonna measure out my original recipe. I'm gonna see how many times. It's 1 cup of coconut, so I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna see how many cups I can get. 1, 2, can I do 4? 3, I think we need it almost 4, about 4. So I'm gonna times 4 my recipe. This is the thing I knew I don't have that much of, so I didn't know. So times 4, I'm gonna take a snapshot here, take my recipe and do times 4, put on the screen. This is delicious just to mix up. Okay, so for this recipe is peanut butter and honey. So I'm not gonna use my crunchy peanut butter because I'm gonna use that for no bakes. I'm gonna, why is that shining? There we go. Spray, and I gotta figure this out. I'm just using regular peanut butter for this, so times 4, I said, right? Let me get, so times 4 would be 1 1/3 cups of honey. Let me spray my thing here, because I don't have any, I could pick peanut butter in there. I'll do that with the honey, and then that way, mix your honey, can you see honey and peanut butter together first, and then add it. There's 1. I think I bought this at Sam's Club, but I remember one of our discount stores had one. It was good honey. It was just a lot more inexpensive. So one I had back. Hopefully it'll be there. It was just really good honey. And I believe more, okay. Oops, there we go. I'm using all my spatulas. Let me go find another one. Or can I just use this? Can I use my Spirtles spatula? That works, doesn't it? We can do that. Okay, put our peanut butter in here. It's gonna be 2 cups of peanut butter. I used to just eye this stuff back in the day when I made it all the time. But I feel like that's gonna be about 1 cup. Am I about right? Let's see, is that about 1 cup? Yep, that's 1 cup. See, the eyeballs don't fade. Let me get, this is, oh God, I gotta get another one. Let me go get another peanut butter. I'll be right back. See if I can just measure out. That's about 1 cup, right? A little bit more. I'll do 1 more scoop. I think back in the day I had it figured out how much was in that little container and would use just that. Back in the day. Okay, this is good. So, let me get a little spoon. Let me mix that and I'll put it all in here. Ooh, cookies are done. Hold on. I'll get there. Wipe your honey off so it's not sticky. Put that back in your cupboard. And your peanut butter. Go tend to your cookies so they do not burn. And get us thing out. I'm going to go a couple more minutes. Stir this up here real good together. Okay, so this is gonna be, I'm gonna make those into balls. You can do them into bars, whatever's easier. I'm gonna do mine in balls so I can freeze them because they're more like individual treats. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I got another cookie sheet out because I don't wanna wait for those to cool before I have to put more on there. I'm gonna get the other one, put on this pan here. Then I can take those, they'll sit for a few minutes and I can start making some of the balls so I'm not wasting, stopping a bunch of time. So I'm gonna just fill this pan up here so I can put it in the oven. It'll be ready when I'm done. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna wet my hands because it does help to have wet hands. I'm just gonna make a gazillion of these little energy bite balls. You can, like I said, you can do them in a pan. You can do whatever you want, but I just liked, my head's cut off, sorry. I just like to use them in balls because the kids grab them out of the freezer and that's how they like to eat them. It works good right here. So just put these right here, make a bunch of balls, and then if they start sticking to your hands, just get your hands wet again. Okay, I started counting. There's about 60 of these. I think back in the day, I remember making about 250 of these at a time. Yeah, I just had kids lined up helping me. So, but that would last all month, and there was 10 of us eating it. So, just a different rum. And this, it depends on how much you make as well. But these will freeze indefinitely. I say indefinitely because, like, how can you have energy bites in your freezer for more than 3 months? I feel like kids are gonna find them and eat them. So I'm gonna put these in my freezer, freeze them solid, and then I'll put them into Ziploc bags, and they'll just go in and grab them out easy. So my next thing I'm gonna start making is chocolate chip cookies. You know how I have a love-hate relationship with chocolate chip cookies because I can make cookies, I can make food, I don't have too many fails, but chocolate chip cookies, I have fails. Like I can't consistently make them, and I'm like, is it too hot in here? What is what? You guys gave me a lot of tips as well. Like, so I'm thinking today, because you know what, I got time. I'm gonna do a couple different recipes. So I think I saw something online. It was like the worst chocolate chip cookie recipe ever. And then like I started looking at everybody's got a different one. So you know who you go to when you got good recipes? Sally's Baking Addiction. Her blog, she has like good cookies and her stuff tastes good. So I'm gonna make her cookies first because why not? It looks like it has cornstarch in it. I know the worst chocolate chip cookies have cornstarch too, so I'm gonna mix that up because you gotta put it in the refrigerator. Then I'm gonna do the old standby, right in the package, the recipe, and do this and see what they turn out like, because it doesn't say you have to chill the dough here. And then I think some of my viewers recommended mixing half and half, half shortening, half butter for the cookie dough. So we're gonna do a couple because I'm just gonna do one batch of each one so we can, they all taste good, kids will eat them, no worries. So I'm gonna do, I'll copy Sally's, or actually you can go link to Sally's Baking Addiction. I don't know if I can post her recipe. I don't know how that works, but this is her recipe. Go to her website, sallysbakingaddiction.com, and use this. We're gonna make this one right here. So she mixes all her dry ingredients together. So I'm gonna do that first right here in my bowl. Sound good? Yeah, let's do that. Here we go, big kitchen view. We're gonna melt this. Okay, that dough looks really good. I feel like that looks like good chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm gonna put it in my freezer because time frame here. I wanna thaw it, or get it, not thawed. I want to get it chilled quicker. So I'm gonna put this in here. All right, then we're gonna do the old school Toll House, the original on the back. So mix up the stuff and then do the butter. All right, let's do. And now the key is, can you use fakey butter since regular butter is so expensive? I think this is where I fail because if I don't use it. I think this, you know what? Let's do this recipe. Well, decision. The good butter obviously is better, right? Better cookie. Can you do the fake stuff? You know what? I'll just do regular. Even though butter is like $1 million. So maybe we'll make some with regular butter. Let's do that. Let's do regular butter. I'm gonna do 3 batches. Regular butter. And then the next one I'll do the Imperial with Crisco. Let's do that, like Crisco. Okay, let's do that. So this gotta get soft here. Let me add my ingredients in the bowl here. I'll put this recipe on. All right, should I do that? Can you see this? Okay, let's do that for this because I'm in a trial right now. I definitely have to keep track of which one is which. I will follow this recipe exactly. And then the next one I'll do with the half and half. Let's mix this up in a bowl here. Let's get these off the pans. Let's get this off the pan while it's still warm. Okay, so here I am. I feel like I've left you. I've been on the phone making some phone calls. That other batch of cookie dough looks good too, so we're gonna try this. I'm definitely gonna keep these separate and see how they do. So here's this is the Sally's Baking Edition one. It's already cooled, or pretty chilled, so I'm gonna get it in the oven right now. Don't mind the mess, or you can't even see the mess, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let me bring you down right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put these on cookie sheets, get these in the oven. Her recipe is 325 for 10 minutes. Maxine, she's awake. She's smelling the peanut butter. She's like, I know there's delicious food everywhere. So we're gonna put these on here. I'm excited because like I said, I've never done like a comparison of cookies. Like I've always just made it and went, okay, I'm a failure on chocolate chip cookies and it's just not working out and whatever. Well, today is gonna be a true trial and doing day. So this is good. So let me get these. So this is Sally's with melted butter and a good little recipe. And then the other one's gonna be the Nestle Toll House recipe. Original, and then just chilled. And then I'm gonna do the shortening one and do that one too. And we'll put these out and see what kind of delicious cookies we got. I am excited. I'm excited. You get excited over cookies? I get excited over baking things. I guess not excited. Not like, woohoo, super exciting, but just, you know, I like trying new things. I think being a homemaker, it's one of those things like, I just, like if you worked at a job, like if you were a nurse or something, you would want to do everything you could do to be the best nurse, correct? So you would learn new things, you would go to school, you would do things. Well, being a homemaker back in the day, there was no online things to learn from. There was none of that. So now it's like going to the library and learning anything you can learn. So it's good that the internet is such, it's a good thing, the internet, it's a bad thing, the internet, but it's good that it just has such a plethora, is that a good word, plethora, of information out there where you have a lot to learn from, which is so good. You know what I mean? And like you can improve your skills doing things. Don't be afraid to try new things, like try and try again. Like I should have been doing this, I've been doing this for what, how many years? 28, 29 years. And like, I've never perfected chocolate chip cookies. Why? I don't know, just was never that important. It's important today. So I'm gonna put this in here. And this right here. So we're gonna do that. I did that with my bread, I did that with other things. Okay, so let me get, I got another recipe. Let's do this one with half and half. I'm gonna use imperial and shortening, put it in the mixing bowl. Let me go get my shortening out. All right, that's a little bit stickier, and I think that happens because of the water content in the butter sticks, the margarine. So we'll see. I'm gonna put it in the freezer so it gets cold quickly. I'm gonna go over here and get a roll of the paper out and write down which cookies would be which ones so I can compare when they're done. Okay, so cookies got a few more minutes in there. I'm gonna start making whoopie pies. That's something we do enjoy, so I'm just gonna start. I'm not gonna wash this because it's chocolate, it'll be delicious. I'm just gonna add all my ingredients in here. I'll put the recipe on the screen. This is made with shortening, so embrace it. It's all slippery. I didn't wash any of my cups though, hold on. We're just gonna rinse that off, it'll work. Okay, let me put all the ingredients in here. Okay, so the Sally's cookies are at 325 and the Nestle Toll House are 375. So I've got one more batch and it's almost done. So I just turned my temperature up. We're good. I'm gonna keep making up the whoopie pies. I'm looking here. Let me see here. So I'm pretty sure you just add, hold on. Okay, basically mix all of the flour separate, the sour milk and the baking soda with water all into this mixture slowly. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Just gonna have to re-fix that line, so I'm gonna basically do a line one way and then fill the next one up. It's good. I should have wrote down the first one, then wrote the next one. It's good. It's good. So then whoopie pie mixture is done. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna get my next cookies on the pan so we can keep those rolling. Okay, decided to redo it. So those are all the Sally's. Those, I feel like those are gonna be the best ones, but we will see. The next ones are in, they're definitely spreading more. So I'm just keeping my eye on that and we're gonna keep moving. Okay, so this one is with the butter. So what I think the difference is this makes more of a solid circle. So you get consistently shaped cookies. This one, they get a little bit more flat and some of the chocolate chips aren't in there. So I don't know. We're gonna see, these definitely look greasier. So you know what, we're gonna see which ones are good. I gotta let them cool. I do not like warm chocolate chip cookies. So I'll let these cool. Keep going with the batches, get my next one out of the freezer. I think it's in the freezer to cool and then we'll keep adding it to the pan. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm waiting on cookies in the oven. So I'm gonna start my no bake. So I'm just gonna get everything in a pan, get all my stuff out, and then when I get my next batch in, I'll cook these. Let's just put this in pan. Okay, these with butter came out. These ones were a little bit better than the first part. I don't know what happened. So we'll let these cool for a few minutes. I'm gonna go over here and do my no-bake cookies. I turned them on low so I can just start the process, but you know, it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna put you over here so you can see. We gotta open a cupboard here so you can see. There we go. We're gonna get this boiling. I'm gonna turn it up. And then it's gonna boil for 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna take it over here, add my oatmeal, the vanilla, and peanut butter, and that's it. And then these will bake in the oven here. These are the shortening ones, so it'll be interesting to see how those work out, but this is good. All right, we're gonna get there. Getting there, we're gonna get there. Where are we going? We're gonna get there with our day. That's where we're going. Let this come to a boil. I have to wait for 2 seconds to get my cookies and off the cookie sheets, and this is already boiling. So we're gonna boil this for 3 minutes. I'm gonna move you over here because it goes quick and I won't have time to move my camera. So this is gonna be here, I'll put you down. I'm gonna add everything over here, it's good. Okay, the last of the chocolate chips came out, so now I'm gonna move on to whoopie pie. So I'm just gonna drop these by cookie scooper on my, I'm gonna spray this, on my pan and bake these. I think it's 350 350 at what temperature though? Let me see. 350 at 15 minutes. So let me put these in the cookie sheet. Okay, getting there. I'm like, I had to stop and drop Jaden off at work, so that kind of always throws you off a little bit. So I'm like, okay, back into routine here. So I'm gonna I gotta wash this off. It's too sticky. Hold on. Okay, let's try a whoop. Don't drop that. Put that right there. The oven is open. Okay, the whoopie pies take a while because you have so many little halves here. But once you get them made, then you know what? You just make that mixture and then you can like just whip them out real quick. So take some time just a bit. I totally like messed up putting this on here. We're just gonna kind of stick it on here as best we can. Okay, shut the oven, put these in. And I just started taking my other cookies and kind of stacking them up in piles so I have room over there because these take up a lot of space as well. So this is good, and then I'm probably gonna do another batch of no-bakes. I was looking at it, I'm like, I think I'm gonna do one more batch of no-bakes, and we'll be looking good for cookies. What is that? I was gonna do brownies. The brownies will be last because those will just go in a pan. Ooh, I think that's gonna be a little full. Those will just go in a pan in the oven, and then be good. Bunch of dishes to wash. I'm gonna wash those real quick and then we'll start in some more. Last thing I'm gonna do is brownies. So I'm just gonna put brownie mixture into the mixer, mix it all up, and then I'm gonna put it in my little brownie pans because they're little squares to bake. Easy. Doing good, getting things done. Brownies came out. The other one's over here. I'm gonna let them cool. The last thing I gotta do today is make the frosting for the whoopie pies. I'm gonna whip that together real quick. Then I gotta do some more running. When I come back, we'll make them. Okay, so for my whoopie pies, I had to make a flour. This is called boiled icing. What you do is you take milk and flour, boil it together to make a thick paste. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna go in the refrigerator. And then when I get back is when I will mix this up. So I'm gonna mix this up first. This is going to be, what is in here? It is sugar, shortening, and vanilla. I'm gonna mix this up really good. Then when I get back, I'll add that flour mixture. Then you add powdered sugar and it just fluffs out like real good fluffy icing. So again, I have to take a little break, but when I get back, I will finish it up. Do what you can do. Do it in spurts if you have to. Right now, so I'm gonna come back. This is here. All these cookies are over there. When I get back, I will do all the frosting for the whoopie pies, put those together, put the rest in bags, and then call it a wonderful, fantastic Friday. But before I forget, I took a little poll of who liked what kind of cookies, and I'm like, I'm totally gonna forget that. Now, Jaden said she liked the Sally's Baking Edition one. She said those would be best with milk because they're chewy. Then she liked the regular cookies, the regular made with butter. Now, Maddie, Autumn, and Brooklyn said the best ones were the shortening with margarine ones. So I haven't tried them yet. I'm just not in the mood for cookies because I'm making them all day and I'm like, just not my thing. I don't love chocolate chips, so I don't think I can judge it. So that's good to know, good to know. So, all right, I'm gonna be back in a little bit. Got another appointment. We're gonna come back and then frost those cookies, wrap them all up, call it a day of huge. There's a lot of cookies over there baking. Good days. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, back home now. So I'm gonna finish up my frosting here. So I've got this mixture right here. Bring you back. This mixture right here, I'm gonna add, here's the flour and milk inside here. So it's all one big blob. Look at that, put that in there. And then I'm gonna whip that up real quick, and then I'm gonna start adding my powdered sugar. Just let it go real fluffy. It'll make a nice, fluffy, creamy filling. Okay, came over here, I put all the cookies into bags over here, which was awesome. I did try the cookies. I'm not much of a chocolate chip cookie person like her, but not bad. So my choice, I guess the Sally's Baking Edition ones, hers would definitely, like Jaden said, they were chewier, probably better with milk. That's what they remind me. They remind me of like a good bakery type cookie. Like I think of the ones they sell at like Walmart or Sam's Club, where they have more sustenance to it. That's what I feel like hers are like. The butter ones, they were just okay. If I had to choose one, I would choose that half shortening and half margarine one. I feel like those were a lot chewier, crispy on the outside. So I guess it's whatever kind of cookie you like, but that was my, if I did it again, I'd do the margarine and shortening for the cookies. So here is all my fluff right here. I'm going to just put these together, sandwich a cookie together. All you do is take it, I have a lot of fluff in here, so I don't have to be frugal. Put this in there and find somewhat of a matching top and just put it like that. I'm gonna set it in a pile, and then what we're gonna do is wrap ours up individually. I'm gonna have the girls do that a little bit later. So we have all wrapped up in plastic wrap, and then put them in the bag, freeze them. These will last for a long time. All right, my baking of cookies is done. We did a whole lot of treats today. We got the no bakes, we got the whoopie pies, we got the energy bites, 3 different kinds of chocolate chips, and the monster cookies, and brownies. Totally forgot the brownies. These are gonna go in the freezer, last us for a good long time. Told you, just trying to make some treats to have on hand instead of purchasing anything. That's a good thing. So I thank you guys for watching. So you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again on Monday for another video. All right, see you Monday. Bye.